Today we've done some climbing. This morning it was sort of a slightly lower level, it was still too high for me. And then this afternoon was much higher, and then they did some team building as well. The fact that we've got the batoya and sort of saying to us, would you like to do it this way? There's quite a lot of flexibility, and the staff could get involved and get in onto them rather than having to supervise. And the kids could do an activity like that we weren't qualified to be able to do. We would have done that ourselves, made the workbook, and we would have sat and done a few lessons maybe on the coach on the way and while we're here. But having that done by native speakers in Germany is very different, and it forces them more. I think, as their teacher, you're tempted to flip back into English when you can tell their faces are not really understanding, whereas they're used to listening and to interpret. Yesterday, as soon as the batoya started speaking to them, there were a couple of rabbit in the headlight look, but then there were also a few who thought, actually, yes, I can do this. And the difference from last night to today, confidence has shot up. And the ones that were already confident are now, you can hear them in their rooms practicing the vocab. They'll be learning the words tomorrow so that when we go shopping, they've got the transactional vocab.
When you're in the classroom, you just feel like it's very you answer the question that the teacher asks you, but it gives you a very it puts you out into the world and teaches you how to use the German that you use in school, and puts it into the world.
So it's like hearing it from people who are actually trying to tell you something than trying to teach you something.
I've learnt multiple words just from the climbing, and this is like one full day, so you can imagine how much you're going to learn. I think it's really good because what happens is you end up picking up phrases that people just use day to day. I don't really think about it, but they say it so often that you end up picking it up.
I've organised a lot of school trips, but I've never organised one with a company. So basically we would have just organised everything separately ourselves. So it was quite difficult to get used to because I kept planning the evening activities in my head and thinking about how, what staff would do and where we would be. So it's actually been really nice to get here and things are taken care of. There's a lot less planning in advance, but also when you're here, it means that staff actually get to enjoy the activities with the children because they're not responsible. It's a little bit like if you change your washing powder. I feel like now, why would I go back to planning absolutely everything myself when, this has just made life a little bit easier.